Unmasked, the podcast where I unmask your favorite content creators, brought to you by your favorite masked content creator. I'm Averioli, and today I'm here with the one and only Daaandelion.
Hi. I don't know what to say. Hey.
So Danny kind of recently blew up on TikTok.
Slightly.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
For, like, what? Social experiment, that's the word.
Yeah, social experiment. Yeah, naturally a social experiment.
Yeah.
Coming from your ex burnt out gifted kid.
You kind of want to, like, explain a little bit about, like, this social experiment? Don't give away too much.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what it's actually about, but I can tell you what people think it's about and what, like, the things I'm doing. I have a notes page on my phone with a bunch of psychology terms. Okay, let me preface this by saying I took a psychology class once, and that's the equivalent of me saying that I watched half an episode of Criminal Minds because I took it online and I slept through the class. But I did consecutively make like 97s on the tests. Ew. So I vaguely know some of the definitions of the terms that I'm gonna state.
All right, perfect.
Something I remember from like social experiment unit is they were like, hey, so you kind of need permission to do a social experiment. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. So why don't I tell people I'm doing a social experiment? Just, consent and shit.
Yeah.
So I posted the first TikTok I ever posted. It was something about doing a social experiment, I believe. I don't remember the exact wordage, but it was definitely about doing a social experiment. And there was a dream audio. And that the dream audio was like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I need to get on that side of TikTok so that this will hit the people that I want it to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you kind of did the same thing when you blew up on TikTok. You used the
My Ordinary Life.
But yeah, the My Ordinary Life song, which is like, there was a bunch of like cosplays of Dream going around at that time, right?
I believe
with
so,
that song.
Just
crazy.
Like
anyways,
a whole lot of NCYT related things with that song.
Definitely. That's such a good song, by the way. I love that song. It's crazy.
I agree.
But I'm using deception only when necessary, which is a psychology thing. It's like, you're not supposed to deceive people in a social experiment unless it's like for the social experiment. And then at the end, you're like, oh, well, I actually lied to you about this, this, and this, and here's why I did this, and there's what we learned from it. So I'm doing that. And so that means I actually have to make a video about this. Like, I can't just be like, oh, hey, this is me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't just be like, yeah, actually, I'm beep, and just,
Yeah, for sure.
I have to be like, hey, I did this because of this, this, and this, and this is what we learned from this, and this is why I did it, and a bunch of other things. And so some of the terms that I'm using to describe this is like behaviorism, associative learning, which is like me. Should I say that? No, I'm not going to say that, actually. I lied to you.
Okay.
And then I'm using
deception only when necessary. Gotcha.
Yeah, deception only when necessary. And then I'm using the sociocultural theory of development, but instead of a child, it's my channel. And the reason why I use a dream audio, because even though it wasn't trending, was so that algorithm and shit.
Yeah.
Just like theory of the mind, messiah complex, social psychology, social influence, foot in the door phenomenon, which is basically like, hey, Avery, can I have $1 so I could get this thing? And then I come back to you like 2 weeks later. I'm like, hey, Avery, can I borrow $10? Like, after I like already gave you back the money. It shows I'm a trustworthy person, even though I gaslit the internet. I'm trustworthy.
Trustworthy nonetheless.
Trustworthy nonetheless. And then incentive theory, like in my bio, it's like, oh, what fun could come at 30K? Oh, what's happening at 10K? Something fun at 25K? Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And a bunch of other things. One thing that I've learned so far that I will say, I posted a TikTok about this the other day, and it was like, I've had a lot going on this week, and it's just been like I need to do this because the algorithm will stop liking me. Yeah. Like, I need to post, otherwise the algorithm won't like me. And so I really got into the mindset of like being afraid of failure, even though that's kind of the point of the experiment. I'm not going to go on that much into depth, but like, fear of failure is definitely a part of it.
So how long have you been like a content creator?
Like, pre-TikTok, I assume. Pre this account.
Yes.
The first time I streamed was out of impulse that's a lie. I was gonna say December 2020, but that's when I started like streaming regularly. The first time I ever streamed, I streamed once July of 2020 because I was extremely bored.
Nice.
And I did it as a joke. I was like, lol, what if I stream, guys? Wouldn't that be so quirky? And then I did. And then I forgot about it. And then I got back into Minecraft and I was like, oh my god, what if I just went live at 11 p.m. one day? And then I did. And then I kept going live.
I love that.
And then it kind of grew from there. I've always wondered how different it would be if I had a face on the internet, because I started off like faceless. Like that's like the whole like pretense behind the social experiment. I've always been like, what if I wasn't like faceless? Because originally I was like, I want to be faceless, not because like I'm like insecure about my looks, like not as if like all content creators are afraid or insecure about their looks, but I like kind of was at the time, and I wanted people to like my content because I was funny and like I have a personality besides like my appearance.
Yeah,
it worked pretty well. I definitely got people following me and I definitely had engagement, not as much as I do now that I have a face, but it worked. I mean, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, see, I always just like, what if I just face revealed like right now, just like took a selfie, posted it on Twitter, see what happens, maybe take it down, so it's like a if you know you know type of thing,
just like a gaslight kind of thing. I genuinely, that's something I did. It was like 3 a.m. one night. I think this was like March or like May or something. And I posted a TikTok on my main account with my face in it. It was up for like 30 minutes. It started getting views and I got afraid. So I deleted it.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, it was a fun experience for me.
All right, so what was like blowing up on TikTok like? Because I know we've talked a little bit about it before and like compared things, but like from your perspective, like what was that like?
Okay, so I didn't necessarily expect it to go anywhere. I just thought it was like a thing. I texted my friend Joey. You met him.
Yeah.
Joey is broken. I texted him at 2 a.m. or something, and I said, hey, pick a number 1 or 2. It's going to decide if I do something stupid or not. Oh. And he picked 1, and 1 was for yes. And 1 meant that I was going to make another TikTok and face reveal.
Did he know this at the time?
No, he did not.
Really?
And then I texted him again. I said, hey, pick another number 1 through 2. It decides what video I post. And he picked 1, which was the dream audio. And then I ended up posting the one that was corresponding to number 2 like later on in the week. But at the beginning, you don't get a lot of views or engagement, obviously, because you're a new account. And so the first day, like the first 24 hours, you're probably not going to get a lot of like engagement. I was like, oh yeah, that's expected. And then while I was at school the next day, my phone just started blowing up. And I was like, what is going on? And I checked my TikTok and it was like at 1,000 likes, and I was like, whoa, hold that thought. And it was just really weird because it happened within a span of like 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes before I looked at my phone and had over 1,000 likes, I was literally sitting there in a calculus class with the video sitting on 2 views and 1 like. And that 1 like was literally from my main account. I'm not following my account on TikTok, but it was literally from my main account. And awesome. Then like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh god, oh, people know what I look like now. Oh god, I can't go back anymore. And I mean, I don't regret it necessarily because I think it's cool. Like, it's a cool experiment that I'm doing. But I feel like I will definitely miss some aspects of being a faceless content creator. I'm still trying to enjoy that aspect of it while I still kind of have it. Yeah. Because people are finding my Twitch. Really? And they're supposed to, technically. Yeah. But the fact that it's happening is... Yeah.
So have you had, like, people, like, come into your chat while you're live?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Well, what does that
usually
like?
Happen. Okay. It's really weird because they just go, hey, are you Daaandelion? And I'm like, the flower? And Like, I'm like, well,
literally
no.
me, whenever anyone asks me, I'm like, what does that mean? Huh?
Literally. It usually happens, well, actually, when people follow me, it's usually when I'm on one of your streams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're like, oh, having some brain thoughts while someone's live, or me slipping up and saying something stupid.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you how absurd it is to be like recording something and having OBS open and then getting violently assaulted with a follow noise.
Yes.
When you're not live.
No, that
is
when I first started streaming, like before I had even like streamed the first time, I was setting it all up because obviously like my TikTok had blown up and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually need to like take this seriously. So I was going through and I didn't have like my headphones in because I was just being quirky that day, I guess.
Quirky. So like a mood.
Just all the noise. Literally every second there was a new follow and it was the strangest thing ever. And then my dad walks up and because we had like just moved.
Yeah.
So we were like redoing parts of my room. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, you hear that noise? That's a new follower. And we just kind of had like
following me.
A moment of like what is happening type of thing.
That's crazy.
Insane.
that's no, like there's no other way to describe it besides like crazy.
It's just
like
unreal.
When you're getting follows after follows, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But like when someone follows you and you're not expecting it, it's a jump scare.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I run my mic in Discord, my mic is run through OBS. Mm-hmm. So I always have to have OBS open in order to like for people to hear me.
Yeah.
So my OBS is just consistently open. Mm-hmm. So this happened like 2 weeks ago. I got a follow at like 3 a.m. when I was playing Valorant with one of my friends. And when I tell you, I almost shit my pants. I almost yelled. That was a jump scare of a century. I don't jump at things. Like, I love horror movies. Like, I love, like, just scary things, like jump scares and stuff.
Yeah.
But only when I'm expecting it. When I'm not expecting it, my God. Wow. Like, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely like I for a while had like the default noise and then I like eventually had to change it because the default noise is so aggressive.
It really is.
It's like, honey, calm down.
Have you ever been scrolling through TikTok and then there's like a clip of a Twitch, someone streaming on Twitch, and they get a follow or a raid with the default noise, and you're like, your instincts kick in, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? No,
for real. That happens so often. So I'm just like, maybe I just need to go in and like customize mine at some point.
Yeah, I still have like a bunch of like different audios. Like there's still like some default ones, but I'm really thinking about going in and adding like some of my like my ones that are my voice.
Oh,
if you know
what I mean.
Cool.
Yeah.
Specifically me like with different screams because I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, just you screaming at various levels.
Literally.
Just like the level of excitement.
It just like increasingly goes up.
That would be so funny. Wait, I might have to steal that idea from you. Just a little bit.
You totally can. You definitely should. I think it'd be funny if like many people started doing it. If you're a streamer and you're listening to this, change your sound alerts to you screaming.
Yes, right now do it. You won't.
You're not a comfort streamer anymore.
Yeah. Top 10 reasons why I should be your new comfort streamer.
My name's Daaandelion, and here's reasons why I should be your new comfort screamer. Comfort streamer. Screamer too. I yell a lot on my streams. You know those TikTok videos that are like them doing the Bed Wars parkour?
Yeah.
Why? Why was that a trend? Do you know why that was a trend?
I will use like just the clip of it so there's background, but like it'll always be like slightly blurred or like a lot of text over it.
Yeah,
it's just so much easier than like building a new house.
Like, yeah, I'm like interested to know like who that came from.
Honestly, though, like
it just appeared overnight. Who did start that? Like, I feel like that's definitely a thing. Like, credit wise, where people don't really give credit that often to like other concepts that they create or concepts that someone else created and then they borrow. Oh,
for sure. I know you have had a little bit of experience with that. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Okay. So I started a trend. It seems that I have started a trend, and usually I get tagged in these videos captions or sometimes even their bio. The first time I saw it happen was like 2 or 3 days after I like started my account, and they were like, "Oh my god, I'm trying to see something. This is inspired by @Daaandelion," and I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy. This is insane. This is cool." And then a couple weeks later, or a week and a half probably, came me getting tagged in someone else's video, and I was like, "Huh, this video kind of looks similar."
Yeah, I know. I've been like scrolling once, and I saw one, and it was like your exact TikTok, like word for word, and they like tag you in it. So I like sent it to you, and I was like, this looks familiar.
Yeah, I remember that. Honestly, I don't mind people using like my ideas or like my audios or like my concepts, if they credit me. Because something I've noticed is people like the ideas, but they don't like it if you say it's inspired by someone else. So there's 2 people that I'm aware of that have done this experiment post my account, and both of them have over like 30K now. I'm sitting at 26 point something. Both of them didn't credit me, which is definitely not to say that if you don't credit someone, then you will get famous, but it's definitely a courtesy thing. And
I can imagine,
those are the only 2. Yes, no, because I was afraid of this. I think I texted you this. I said, I think the one problem I have with people not crediting me is the fact that some people will think that it's their idea and that I'm copying them. And someone did think that. Someone that came into my comments on my TikTok the other day, and they were like, "First blah 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 did this, and now you too. I can't handle this anymore." And they meant it in a really nice way, and I completely get that. But like, oh, like I've had this account for like a month. I've had this account for a month, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely imagine that would be for
sure.
But like I've had people like when it was first taking off, it was like, "Oh, Ashley did this first," and I was like, first of all, good for her. Second of all, I didn't know that. My bad. But it's like,
okay, but your video was very much so. It's like, not egotistical, I would say.
I mean,
that
like was confident. Definitely like the vibe I gave off. It was either like egotistical / confident. There's a fine line. I may have passed it. It's fine.
You do it very well. You do it very well.
Thank you.
But I feel like that was also like kind of a trend, like being overconfident, being like, this is going to happen, and since I'm being confident in saying this, you're gonna follow me because I'm confident and I sound confident.
I feel like that's the mindset. Like, especially now, because it's so oversaturated. Like, streaming is so oversaturated.
Literally.
Especially when it comes to, like, Minecraft. So you have to be like, this is what is going to happen. It's like manifesting.
Manifesting.
Like, I don't know anything about manifesting, but sometimes I'm like, what if I just accidentally manifested this way back in, like, February? Like,
literally. It's like, what if this was all just a ploy because I had a thought once and the universe ran with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like everything perfectly aligned for like me to start streaming. So just every now and then I'm like, kind of cool.
It's insane. It's insane. And you had like over 1,000 followers before you even started streaming, right?
On Twitch I had passed 5,000
before you started streaming.
Yeah, before I started streaming.
That's insane. So you've never had like the small streamer experience, have you?
I did once. I did a practice stream with one of my mods, Katie. June, but I didn't do anything with that. Like I streamed a few days, but it was only just me and her. So it was more so I was just playing Minecraft and vibing. Wasn't really.
Is there something streaming. Like you blew up and then people know your Twitch? Like I haven't experienced this yet, except for on your stream that one time when we revealed that we weren't the same person. That was crazy. But you kind of had experience with like the small streamer thing. So you did a couple practice streams, and then now you usually have like 40-ish people in your streams.
Yeah.
What would you say the difference is? Because that
it feels more like not necessarily like a job, but like I feel like I have to be slightly more professional than if it was just me and like one of my friends.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. And I've heard some people be like, oh, you're like completely different. And it's like, not really. It's just a different level of professionalism. And like I myself have really bad anxiety. So I don't know why I'm a streamer. It just cancels out, I guess. But it's like, I'm just overthinking it. So I just, like, act different naturally. It's not like, it's like how I act when I'm with parents.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like putting on a customer service voice.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm a lot more, like, relaxed when I'm streaming. Like, I'm not just gonna walk into somewhere trying to get, like, a job and scream arson at them.
Yeah. Like, so not professional, but, you know, not like that level of professional, but, like, kind of similar. Mm-hmm. Do you experience the anxiety you get when you start streaming? Because that's something, like, I never really have.
Okay, when I first started, I hit the go live button. 300 people were immediately there. I started shaking an insane amount. Like, I videoed it because I have this thing I'm planning on doing that when I face reveal, I'm, like, recording myself when I do, like, hit milestones, but they have my face in it. So when I hit my 18th birthday and I inevitably face reveal, I'm going to post that. And so you're going to see my live reactions to all of these things happening.
That's so insane.
So yes, there is a video of me out there on my first stream where I'm, like, shaking and, like, just
that's so cool,
like tearing up with happiness because I'm like, there's no way, like, this is happening right now. Like, this is all just a fever dream.
It's literally, it's crazy.
It's, like, still insane to, like, think about.
That one stream we did where we revealed that we weren't the same people, that was definitely the most people I've ever had in a stream because I was in it. It was a crazy feeling. Yeah. Like, we were talking about it beforehand, and I was like, yeah, like, I expect, like, probably 100 people to be there.
No, that's literally what I told you. I was like, we'll probably, like, get, like, 100.
Yeah.
And then 400 people.
Not even, like, 400. It was, like, 450.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I was like, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I may have girl bossed a bit too close to the sun.
Just a little bit. Too much girl boss, not enough gaslight. Yes.
Yeah, I don't even feel bad for gaslighting people. It was funny, and there is a good reason for it.
I mean, we are the Gaslight Duo.
We are. That is true.
I think that is maybe, like, the funniest thing that's happened while, like, I've been a content creator. Because, like, I just checked my phone one day, and I have, like, 20 different, like, mentions, and I was like, what is this? Like, this doesn't happen. So I was like, what is, like, this weird TikTok that people keep tagging me in? And I see it's you. And I was like, hey, yo, this is kind of awesome. So I just kind of ran with it in the comments, and then one day it occurred to me, I was like, wait, she might not want this. So I DM'd you on Instagram, and it was, like, the first day you'd made your Instagram, I think.
Yes, it was. I had, like, 2 followers.
Yeah, but I was like, you can't DM people on TikTok. That's just not how that one works. So
that's just not how that one works.
So I went to try and find your Twitter. You don't have a Twitter, or I
didn't have a Twitter that day.
So I was like, okay, Instagram will make it work.
Yeah, that was literally I was in the process of making a Twitter when you DM'd me on Instagram.
That's so funny. I love that.
It really was. She DM'd me and she was like, hey, can I play into this? I think it's really cool. And I was like, yes, you can. That would be funny. No. Everything I do is for my own entertainment. It's for my own entertainment and to learn things. Mm-hmm. But this whole idea was because I got bored.
The whole, like, us doing, like, a combined stream was in the works for, like, weeks, but we wanted to, like, build it up a bit more. Yeah, so, like, we had already planned on doing it weeks in advance, like, when we first started talking. And we, at first, were going to push it back a few months.
Yes, then, we were going to try to hype it up. We were going to try to get
you guys just girl bossed a bit. And
they girl bossed a bit, and you had to dye your hair.
Yes, just a little bit. I don't regret it. I wish we could have done more, but, you know.
Yeah.
Just be like that sometimes.
It's crazy. I mean, it still turned out pretty well. Yeah. Imagine if it was, like, a month in the future.
Oh my god.
That would be insane. Mm-hmm. That'd be insane. But also, did you see that one TikTok where it's this person who's comparing us? They're like, Daaandelion has been compared to Drista, Callahan, a bunch of, like, other people, and they're like, and here I think we found our mystery content creator, Averioli. Yes. And they used this screenshot.
That, and I was just like, whoa.
They used this screenshot. They grabbed the screenshot from my video that is of you, and then they grabbed a screenshot from the same video of yours that I took the clip from. Mm-hmm. And if they had taken the screenshot a couple seconds sooner, it would have been the exact same picture.
That's so funny to me.
And they were like, they look the exact same in this image. And I was like, queen, girl boss, that is the same person. That is the same image. That is the same video I took that content from.
Oh, yes. See, we all of like our crossover type of things, we like plan and then we like ask each other and we're like, hey, this looks good. Like, what do I need to change? Type of thing.
Yeah, so, like every time I made a video with you in it, I would send it to you and be like, "Are you cool with this? Can I post this?" Yeah, and you'd be like, "Yes."
No, oh my god, yes, I love it. It's just so fun because everyone's just like, I don't think people like towards the end were necessarily like believing it, but they wanted to believe it.
They wanted to believe it so bad. It's crazy how much you can convince people that you are the same person just by the belief that they want it to be true.
Like, obviously, like, I have a face revealed. I can go ahead and tell you, we don't look similar, like, at all. So it's the funniest thing to me.
I think that's so funny.
It is. Like, I guess, like, eye shape, sort of. But, like, even hair. Like, hair color is very different. And that's not all just lighting.
It's dark. Your hair is way darker than mine.
Dark hair.
Mine, I'm literally blonde. Like, I understand why they like kind of thought that we could be the same person, because like the first couple videos were me in the dark in my room. But as soon as I like put myself in light and you just see that my hair is like gold, hey, I don't think this theory is gonna work anymore.
Yes, and then it was like, oh, Averioli has like very dark eyes. No,
and then
I don't.
Revealed.
Yes, I don't. I promise you. I have like hazel. It's just the brown is overpowering from a distance. So
yeah,
it's just like funny things like that. Like there are like some similarities, but like not enough to where there's like a very convincing argument, in my opinion. Like you couldn't just walk up to like a random person and be like, "This is why I think these people are the same."
Yeah,
it's like holding up like, 2 pictures of us.
If you sat back and you looked at like 2 pictures of us, and you sat there and you thunk a thought for a little bit, you would come up with the idea that we are in no way similar
or related,
or not in no way like related, like possibly, unless JK unless.
Yeah, I'm actually using the Wi-Fi cart right now.
It's actually, I'm literally sitting in your closet for good audio quality. If you hear me in the background, no, you don't.
Yeah, no, you hear nothing.
You hear nothing.
No, what was even funnier to me was when you started posting like more like about you as a person. Like if you were to go to any of my streams, none of our stories line up. And it's the funniest thing ever.
So, what do you mean?
Okay. There's like been so many times where it's like, yeah, I'm like, I don't go outside. I'm online schooled. I don't go to homecoming. You posted a picture of you at homecoming. Like
I just like TikTok too.
Yeah, just like things like that. And it's like if you were to like join one of my streams occasionally, and like you could just even ask a question and it doesn't even have to be related to you. But like you would have different answers.
Yeah.
And I just think it's very funny.
It's literally hilarious because there's literally so many differences, and it's very obvious that we didn't like put that much thought. But the fact that you said something about people joining your streams and like asking a question or like seeing if there's any similarities, it just shows that like cross-platforming isn't a big thing between TikTok and Twitch.
Oh yeah,
like sure. even if like a lot of content creators struggle with that, where they like, even when they get like a link in their bio, where not a lot of people will have a bigger following on TikTok than they do Twitch, which is normal. It's normal. Sure.
I mean, it's so much easier to grow on TikTok. Like,
because there's actually
TikTok
an algorithm
on Twitch.
Yeah,
like, Twitch is like, if you happen to have the most viewers in your category, maybe you'll get recommended. But like,
what I learned about the Twitch algorithm is that like it's usually 8 or more consistent viewers per stream to get put on the recommended page.
Yeah,
which is not helpful if you're a small content creator. But
it's like virtually impossible to grow if you're a small like content creator on Twitch if you're not using anything else.
I have a screenshot of your Twitch on recommended from that first stream where we were like number 4 and then Hannah XX Rose went live.
That's so funny. My first
crazy.
stream, I was on the recommended, and one of my mods sent me a picture of it, and I was like, this is crazy. It wasn't even like the recommended. It was like one of the top in the Minecraft category. And I was just like, what?
It's weird. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So what are your like plans for the future? I know you said you were planning on like face revealing, or like I guess Twitch revealing. Not face revealing, but Twitch revealing.
I am. My face revealing is dropping at 4 p.m. EST, whatever day you would like it to. Just on my TikTok. Just like plans for the future. I have so many ideas that I need to have my face in that I haven't been able to do pre-face revealing, and I can't do until I channel reveal. One of my biggest like things that I need to do is the video explaining this entire thing, and I feel like that's going to take a long time for me to edit.
I mean, definitely will.
So this whole thing ends in a bit. I'm not going to give an exact date or an exact like follower milestone, because it's all like a fluid plan based on like how things are going. But after that, the video should definitely be up at least by like Thanksgiving for sure, which is scary to think about because like awesome. Wow, everything comes to an end.
That's sooner than I thought. I definitely thought it would be maybe next year. Yeah, like sometime January. Oh my. Yeah, like
maybe December at the latest. It depends on like how much like I have to do with school as well, because like editing is something like that, and like finding the confidence to actually record such a thing with my face in it. It can't just be a video of me playing Bed Wars with a voiceover over it. Like, I mean, it could.
How funny would that be? I think that's
hey, I gaslit the internet, and here's the response.
Yeah,
that's it. It's just it's like a 4-minute long Bed Wars clip.
That would be literally so funny. Oh my god,
that would be funny. I'm actually planning on doing 2 videos because I'm writing everything down in a Google Docs, which is basically like a script for the video, and that Google Docs has so many complex terms in it. And I write and speak like an English essay. So I have a feeling that I'm going to have to make my like in-depth video, which will probably be like 15 to 40 minutes long. Genuinely, because I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
And I think I will also make a probably like 5-minute long video. I don't know if I post it on YouTube or like Twitter or TikTok, but I definitely will make one that's basically like, oh, hey, I did this because this, and this. And stupid terms.
Yes, the simple-minded terms.
For the simple-minded people.
So like where I would be able to understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it'll be fun, nonetheless. I think it'll be funny, too.
So I know we've talked a bit about it. You're planning on making an ARG?
Yes, I am. And I would like to say that it is people in my TikTok comments' fault, because I forgot alternate reality games existed until someone commented, this is definitely an ARG. And I was like, no, actually, it's not. You're wrong. But then I got thinking and I was like, what if we did an ARG? I mean me.
Definitely I'm definitely not a part of this.
Definitely no spoilers.
Scratch what I just said. I have actually not heard about this at all.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. But yeah, it'll definitely start. I'm planning on concluding the whole social experiment thing and then giving it a cool down for a bit. Probably like maybe a month. I don't know. I think just doing like a month of like consecutive streams where I'm just me and there's nothing else really going on would be good. Maybe just like a creator SMP with like me and a bunch of like my other content creator friends that are just like no lore, no drama, just vibing, literally just vibing. Vibes. You know what I mean? And then maybe then the ARG come. And it all depends on what platform I plan on releasing that on. It all depends on like how everything goes.
I mean, you could just split it so it's like on different platforms, so people have to really be paying attention.
I am planning on it, but I'm trying to think of. I have an outline for my first like post and like an outline for where things will go from there and like a storyline basically. Yeah. But I don't know where I'm gonna post the first clue. If I want to pull a Wilbur and put it in another video. Or like post it on TikTok on a random account for like the random account boost. And there's just a lot to go into it.
Yeah.
Definitely not Twitter, though. I don't know how Twitter works.
Yeah, the Twitter algorithm is a lot. But it's, like, very simple, but, like, no. It is if you understand the algorithms of other
I don't get Twitter, and I literally just made a shit post the other day about being in a portable classroom and looking at a notification on my phone that was a tornado alert, and it blew up. I don't know, blew up compared to my other post. It has, like, over 3K likes. Ew. But, like, how did that happen? Where did that come from? How does Twitter work? Yeah. I don't understand. I just post my thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't have Twitter until I was, like, into content creation.
Same. Nice. Oh my god. Do you remember when we were in that call with Last Meta? And they had to keep looking at their screen to tell who was talking?
Yes. It's, like, things like that. Like, do you think people are getting confused right now while listening to this?
I don't think so. I don't think our voices are that crazily, like, similar. Yeah. I think my voice is deeper. I think when I'm online, you know when you, like, talk in real life, or when you have phone voice, you know when you pick up the phone and you're like, hi, how are you? Like, how's it going?
When
that kind of thing. Like, when I stream and when I talk on the internet, I think I lower my voice.
I do too.
Because, yeah, I think I'm subconsciously afraid of getting bullied for being a chick.
See, mine is more so.
I think that'd be funny.
I'm trying to, like, slow down my thoughts because I'm, like, constantly, like, thinking at, like, such a rapid speed that words just don't happen. So if I, like, force myself to slow down, it makes it a whole lot easier.
Yeah. There's this one time, speaking of lowering voices, there's this one time me and my friends were playing Valorant, and it was me and a bunch of other girls. It was like a 5-stack of girls. Or not a 5-stack. It was me, 2 other girls, and then 2 randoms. And whenever we queued into a lobby with 2 other guys, we would lower our voices and talk like men. We'd be like, hey bros, what's up? How's it going? How's your day? It's just stuff like that.
I kind of love that.
It was very funny. And I think my entire purpose in life is to confuse people and be funny. So this social experiment is really doing that for me.
Nice. Well, I think that wraps up the podcast.
Ooh.
Yes, that was episode 1 concluded. Where can people find you on the internet?
Me?
Yes.
People can find me at Daaandelion with 3 A's and 1 1. The 1 is the L, and the Dandelion, and the A is at the beginning.
Yes. On TikTok, right?
Yes, on TikTok. Right. And Twitter. And Instagram.
Yes. The socials.
Yes. Just the socials.
I'm assuming you guys know how
no Twitch yet.
It works. Yeah, no Twitch.
or YouTube. That'd be funny if I just doxed myself.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my Twitch is